The work they're doing right now has a lot to do with the larger infrastructure. They've completed most, if not all, of the underground utility relocation. Now they're actually starting to put, streets back, put sidewalks in their final location. The major infrastructure, like the bridges, are coming along quite a bit. The Romberg Avenue Bridge is a little ahead of schedule, probably open in mid-June now instead of July like we originally thought. And then 22nd Street, again this fall. So a lot of the work is there, but now you're really starting to see some of the shape as far as the sidewalks go. Some of the retaining walls, or a lot of those are going in now too. So one of the things they're going to see is a lot of the retaining walls. They're going to see the creek itself. Most people think of the creek. But then, they might not understand why it's so wide. They might not understand that it's kind of a floodplain area, so that when the storms come and they overwhelm the creek, then it has a safe place for that water to go. So at a couple places we have where the street water will flow into these bioswale, biofield, rain garden type things, as people refer, and they all have their own differences, but they essentially function the same way, where they capture water and allow it to infiltrate in the water instead of discharging directly into a creek or storm sewer. And that allows the water to filtrate through and pull out pollutants, nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, other things like that. We've been very fortunate to partner with different outside organizations who provided funding to kind of enhance our project. So while we're doing it primarily for flood control, we're doing it in such a way to try to create an amenity for not only the neighborhoods but the community in eastern Iowa, if you will. So where people might travel here just to walk along an urban creek and use the hike-bike trails that go all the way to Dyersville, 30 miles away. So there will be different play areas, different types of natural area where we have a community orchard plan, and so kids can kind of do different types of activities there, different from a standard kind of play system. And then we have an amphitheater that's going in right next to Ottoman Elementary, so they can kind of serve as an outdoor classroom. And all that's kind of linked together with this hike-bike trail. So in terms of flood control, it'll be functional by the end of this year already. And they're going to have most of the construction done by that part. What it'll lag behind a little bit in the spring is going to be some of the plantings, the green, planting of grass. Some trees will probably go in the spring of 2017. But other than that, probably mostly done by the end of this year already. The contractors have done a fabulous job. Portston Construction and Tricon Construction, both local firms, work really well together. I mean, all the coordination that has to go, you can only imagine. Most of the credit goes with how they've been able to work together, do the work. The weather has been, for the most part, very good, but there's been some days it hasn't been so nice, but they still went out here working and doing what they can. So they've really done a great job of pushing the project forward.